Welcome back everyone, and for this build video we are going to be building the Grant Mark II. This build was a basically a contest on Facebook for the subject matter. We did a follower drive on Facebook, and the country outside of the United States that had the most followers on my Facebook page at the end of the drive, I was going to build a subject from that country's military, and it just happened to be Australia this time around. So I didn't have anything on the stash, so I went out and got the MiniArt 1/35 scale Grant Mark II. Came with markings for the Australian Army, and this is going to be that build. This video is just the build process. Painting and weathering is going to be in part 2. As with all of my videos, the list of products that we use during the video will be listed in the credits at the end of the video. Some of the pros of this kit: it's a very detailed kit. It's got a lot of parts. I guess that could be a con as well. Some of the cons of the kit: the fit is not that great in some places, but if you take your time, do a lot of dry fitting, it goes together pretty well. So another con I wasn't a fan of, although I do like photo etch. There was a lot of photo etch in this kit, and without any option for non-photo etch parts, like all the tool clamps and the hold downs for the tools and things of that nature are all photo etch. Some of them are pretty fragile, so if you break them, and there's also, if you're not very good with photo etch, you don't have the option of the plastic parts in some other kits. I hope you enjoy the build as much as I did. Let's go ahead and get into this, and we'll go ahead and get started with it, and we will make sure we update any details as we go. I had some issues with the deck plate that goes above the driver's compartment. It didn't want to fit very well. Had to do some sanding and filing on the plate and the hull itself to get it to fit correctly. After the adjustments were made, it went in a lot better. So that's just something to look out for when building, as well as the braces that go across the top of the deck. There's two braces. One goes across the width of the entire deck, and the other one goes from the front and to the rear of the deck along the side of the turret and the main gun. They were a little finicky getting to fit, but they eventually got on there. There was a small gap on the left side next to the turret between the deck plate and the side armor. Was remedied very easily with a little bit of clamping power, and it stayed together nicely after that. And here we are going and doing more photo etch. Definitely a lot of photo etch parts for this kit. Again, I think it's one of the cons that it has all these photo etch, but it doesn't have the corresponding parts in plastic as well. So you're limited to just doing the photo etch parts. So if it's not a thing for you, this is probably not the ideal kit for you to get. Go ahead and look for a different kit with less photo etch. But again, it does add a little bit of detail to the kit that otherwise plastic parts can't do. One of the major fit problems we had was the road wheels and the bogies. I had to drill out the hole in the road wheels to actually fit onto the axle on the bogies. The bogies were fairly complex. There was a lot of parts to the bogies. They were little miniature models inside the model themselves. Getting the bogies together was kind of tedious and problematic at times. They kept wanting to fly apart just by the way they were designed. But they looked pretty good once they were done put together. Now here we're using copper wire from a old lamp cord to recreate the wiring harness for the headlights and horn. We also did the same thing with the tail lights using a different wire. The wire we used for that was actually found in the middle of the desert. One time at 29 Palms, California, out in the middle of the desert, just roaming around doing police call. Come across a big long wire in the middle of the desert. Picked up a stick, rolled it up, and used that for models ever since. This was probably the late 90s. That particular wire was the guiding wire for the tow missile that's just all over the place in the desert and on the live fire ranges. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you get updates when new videos drop. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I would especially like to thank my production team and all my patrons. You can support and follow me on Facebook, Twitch, as well as on my Patreon. During the video you see the little window of me working. Those are usually videos from when I'm live streaming as well. Let me know what you think of the video, if you prefer the me cam, if you will, or without it. Let me know, we can adjust. Again, looking forward to hearing from you. See you next time.